Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Okay, before we get into anything, um, I told you I had some homework for Facebook, and I do. I do. You can't see what I see. So I'm putting this address in the chat. I'm going to put some stuff on the screen that is just so Judge Fleischer's last post was 2022. Okay. He's gotten 127 comments on this post. All right. I know his daughter looks just like him. Okay. So cute. Oh my goodness. All right. Focus. Gotta stay focused. I can't read chat. All right. I'm not going to read any of these because I'll get demonetized. But I mean, this was 21 weeks ago. Hold on. Hold on. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Look. Look who was the first commenter. I love her. Okay. Thank you. You're awesome. Yuck. Horrible. 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 I mean, I'm not reading this out loud, but for real? Are you serious? Yeah, sorry, Tom. Too long, didn't read. I did read it though. he, he was happy with the judge. Um, horrible, horrible. Let me see you outside. Cash me outside, yo. Cash me outside. Horrible. Good. We need more like you. God bless you. Blank, 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 blankety, blank, 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 blank. So here's what I'm asking. I'm not going to go through any more because they get more and more and more bad, and then good, and then bad, and then good, but bad. The bad are really bad. And I know this. I get bad comments all the time. So, most of the bad comments I have filters on, so they automatically get hidden, and I can choose to go and look at those comments that were banned, and I can approve any of them that just said something, but it was a really good comment, but they said something, that I don't know, like that guy is a jerk, meaning someone in the video they just watched was a jerk, but jerk is flagged, which I don't think jerk is flagged, but something about just go take 2 seconds out of your busy schedule. Go and leave a nice comment, like a really nice comment, like a really, really, like not just like, don't just say, wow, you do a great job. Gee golly. I mean, he goes through his hate comments. And so for every 10 good comments a person gets, that equals one hate comment. Or you get 100 good comments, but that one hate comment is what, it just it sucks. It does. It sucks. And I don't see yours. So my hate comments go into the ban thing, and once every 6 months I might get bored and look, but I don't even look. They get deleted after 30 days. I don't even see them. I really just don't have time to go through and listen to people yell at me all the time because my channel isn't what they want it to be. So Judge Fleischer's getting hate comments, mostly from, the people who are in front of him that weren't allowed to get away with breaking the law. I mean, some of them are just trolls. Like anybody gets trolls, but he gets a lot of hate comments on there, a lot, and they're bad. And you can see them for yourself. I just want to I just I think that we can all just put a message on there. It only takes a second, and give him some not hate comments. Love, love, love comments. Over the top, get gushy, get mushy, almost stalkerish. Just don't cross the line, just almost cross the line so that, he feels it. Watch the movie, I mean the series. Watch the series You a couple times and then post Judge Fleischer. But seriously, just I mean, if you like him, if you think he's a good judge, if you think, he does a good job, let him know. Let him know because people who don't get away with crap in his courtroom are not showing him love, and he's reading that, and that's how that's what he thinks. So, if you don't mind, take a minute, think about what you're going to say, make it beautiful or not, or just you're great, fine. Just put it you're great in there. That's something at least. I'm probably going to repeat this message like 2 or 3 more times during my stream to get people who are coming on later because I just think it's important. And for all the people who are about to give me a bad comment, I'm not going to read it because it's my channel and I can say it as many times as I want. I love Judge Fleischer, and I hate these people who are saying that. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's Kathy. Hope you're doing well. Okay, what should I say about this first clip? Let me tell you about this first clip. That's how much information I had before I watched this first clip. And, hey, it's a little boring for a bit. It lulls you in. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. Here we go. Oh, but remember that face in the
Okay.
thumbnail.
This is position 5. It's 24 SC 001586, State versus William Glass. Hello, Mr. Glass.
Hey, how you doing today, Mr. McBurney?
I'm all right. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed to be alive.
Good. I'm glad you're alive. Mr. Glass, Ms. Rios tells me you are prepared to enter a plea in your case. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
In a moment, Ms. Nix, who's seated behind you, but you can see her on the screen, will put you under oath, ask you a whole bunch of questions. Make sure you answer truthfully. And please let me know if you've got any questions of your own, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can we just appreciate her hair for a second? Because it's gorgeous. Look at her hair. It's gorgeous.
Ms. Nix.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Glass, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that any statements or testimony that you shall give in the matter currently before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Please state your true, correct, and legal name.
My name is William Glass.
Are you at this time taking or under the influence of any medicine, drugs, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Is there a medication that you normally take that you have not taken or been given today?
Yes, it is.
What is that medication?
It's my mental health medication.
Does that medication affect your ability to understand this proceeding?
No, it doesn't.
When did you last get to take that medicine?
I took it yesterday.
Okay, so it's not that you haven't had it the whole time you've been in jail. You just didn't get it today.
Yeah, they don't give it because, it makes you drowsy and stuff like that. So they don't want me to be judged with the medication.
Got it. What do you take the medication for?
I take it for PTSD, manic depression, and and bipolar schizophrenia.
So it's more than one medicine that you take?
Yes, it is. It's
Okay.
like 3 different medicines.
And when did you last take it? Sometime yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay. Does the fact that you have not had any of that medicine today make it difficult for you to understand what we're saying to each other?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay. Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 46, ma'am.
How far have you gone in school?
I'm graduate.
High school?
Yes, ma'am.
Is English your native or dominant language?
The English, yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you've been charged with the following offenses? Count 1, aggravated assault. Count 2, terroristic threats. Count 3, interference with government property. And count 4, theft by shoplifting.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you plead not guilty or remain silent and refuse to enter any plea at all, then the state is required to prove the charges against you at a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had the opportunity to review your rights with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney about all of the charges in this indictment against you, including the facts and circumstances relating to each charge?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Do you need more time to discuss the case with your lawyer, Ms. Rios?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with her services?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Highly.
Ms. Rios, do you waive a formal reading of the indictment for purposes of the plea?
Yes,
And do you waive any and all defects in the indictment for purposes of the plea?
I'm unaware of any defects, but I do waive for the purposes of the plea.
Mr. Glass, do you remember having been arrested on these charges?
Have I ever been arrested?
In this case, do you remember when you were arrested in this case where you were having a little issue with an officer and you kicked the patrol car, et cetera?
Yeah.
Okay. That was just a question. Make sure you remember your arrest here.
Yes, I remember.
Okay.
Has your attorney advised you of the minimum and maximum sentence for each charge to which you're pleading guilty today?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that today you're entering a negotiated plea of guilty, which means that the state will recommend the following sentence to the court? As to count 1, state recommends a 20-year sentence that you serve 2 years, reduced to the time you've already served upon your entry and completion of drug court. Your probation can be terminated
I shook my head. Yes. Is that not good enough? Sorry.
after 10 years if no further issues on probation. Count 2, state recommends a 5-year sentence, serve 2 years, reduced to the time you've served upon entry and completion of the drug court program, and that will run concurrent with count 1. Count 3 is the same sentence, concurrent with count 1, and state will null pros count 4 upon your plea to counts 1 through 3. Special conditions are that you attend and complete drug court, stay away from the incident location, which is 1217 Metropolitan Parkway, and have no contact with John Williams or Officer Jayana, Jayana Jefferson-Smalls, unless it is through her official law enforcement duties, and that you have a mental health evaluation and complete any treatment that is recommended.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that the court is not required to accept the state's recommended sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that the court has the right to sentence you to the maximum possible sentence on each charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Gosh, this is
Do you understand
boring.
that since there are multiple charges to which you are pleading guilty today, the court also has the right to run those sentences consecutively?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if the court decides to order a sentence that differs from the negotiated plea you are expecting today, the court also has the right to run those sentences? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if the court decides to order a sentence that differs from the negotiated plea you are expecting today, that you have the right to withdraw your plea of guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently on probation or parole anywhere?
I was.
Are you today on probation?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that your probation or
Hold
parole?
on one sec. You're on probation now.
I already had it like revoked. I already had the years revoked for what I'm in here for.
Okay.
I already had it revoked 7 months, 14 months. Served 14 months, but they gave me time served on it
Okay.
for being violating this probation.
Got it.
Do you understand that your probation or parole may be revoked based on your entering a plea of guilty today?
Wait. Judge McBurney, what do you mean you got it? What do you mean you got it? You understood that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you are placed on probation of any kind, you cannot violate any criminal laws of any governmental unit?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that while you're on probation, you must follow all the special conditions of your probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you fail to follow all the special conditions of your probation, then you'll be subject to revocation of that probation for the balance of your sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you are not allowed to possess or use a firearm while on probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty to a felony, you may not receive, possess, or transport a firearm?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Do you understand that doing so could result in new criminal charges for which you face a sentence of up to 5 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty to a felony, you also may not use a firearm in a crime in the future?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you were in the future to use a firearm during the commission of a crime, you would face a 15-year custodial sentence consecutive to the sentence for the underlying crime?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by entering?
I'm telling you, even if you don't watch this part, at some point, no matter how good chat is during this, you will be pulled away from chat.
A plea of guilty today, you are waiving any and all defenses, including any mental health defenses.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you are giving up the following rights? The right to a trial by jury.
CRD is here. Hi, CRD. I haven't seen you in so long. How are you? All right, back to work.
To remain silent, to confront witnesses against you, to the assistance of counsel, to the presumption of innocence, and the right to appeal if convicted of these charges at trial.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it your decision to waive these rights and enter a guilty plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone forced, threatened, or promised you anything to get you to enter a guilty plea?
No, ma'am.
Is it your decision to enter a guilty plea because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to the charges of aggravated assault, terroristic threats, and interference with government property in indictment number 24 SC 001586?
Yes, I'm pleading Alfred.
Sorry, say that again.
I said, guilty by Alfred.
Oh, okay. Are you pleading guilty because you've decided it is in your best interest to do so?
Well, yes, I'll be honest, yes.
Are you aware that even if you do not admit guilt, this is a plea of guilty and places you in the same position as if you were convicted by a jury at trial?
Yes, I understand.
Is this guilty plea freely and voluntarily given with full knowledge of the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you have only a limited right to appeal this guilty plea conviction?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you wish to challenge the voluntariness of your guilty plea, you must do so by filing a habeas corpus petition?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that since these are felonies, you only have 4 years from today to do so?
Okay.
Judge, had this case gone to trial, the state would expect the evidence to show that on or about September 10th, 2023, the defendant was in the convenience store of a gas station at 1217 Metropolitan Parkway and shoplifted
Chevron.
some beer cans. Officers responded initially to the shoplifting call. They also got a call for a fight. The defendant exited the convenience store and struck John Williams in the head with one of the beer cans. Then walked towards the Capitol View apartments. Officer Jefferson-Smalls found him at those apartments, brought him back to the convenience store where Mr. Williams ID'd him, and the clerk of the convenience store ID'd him as the assailant and shoplifter, respectively. The defendant was taken into custody and transported to the jail. While he was in the back of Officer Jefferson-Smalls' patrol vehicle, he kicked the windows, causing damage, and told Officer Jefferson-Smalls that he would break the glass and kill her, and that occurred in Fulton County. The defendant has several prior felonies, counting 13, all in Fulton County. It started out, most of them were drugs, and he has escalated to more violent crimes. Most recent is a 2023 armed robbery conviction here in Fulton County. He was on.
It must be something other than an armed robbery conviction in 23, because that would be 10 years.
Yes, that's just what's on the GCIC.
Oh,
So
okay.
I didn't go back and check to see if it was reduced to a robbery.
Okay.
It was.
But The case he was on probation for and was revoked was a ag assault, also from a 2023 conviction. And the state has given this very generous offer. We've been having difficulty finding
yet.
Mr. Williams, and the defendant was accepted into drug court based on a clear history of drug abuse. Sounds like there might be some co-occurring issues. We would prefer to get him to stop self-medicating with drugs and alcohol and get on a better path. So that is why the state has made this offer.
Okay.
I love this judge, but everybody
Looks like
loves
we
this judge.
lost probation and pretrial services. Hopefully probation will come back. Oh, Officer Evans is here. That's good. Okay. Officer
Nothing
Evans,
can help
is
him.
Mr. Glass
Nothing.
on active probation in any other case? Officer Evans, you there?
3S185902. I'm showing a maximum release date of September 11th of 2026. And I would believe that will be when his probation would start. On those two particular cases, he also has active probation on 22 SC 180179. And also out of Gwinnett County on 23 B004358 for family violence felony. And that 22 SC 180179 case is robbery by intimidation.
Okay. Your voice didn't come in till you were saying something about his probation may not start till he finishes the custodial part of his sentence. Is there some case where you think he's being shipped off to the Department of Corrections?
His 23 SC 185902 case, he was sentenced, and the 22 SC 185208 case, he was sentenced May 24th of 2023. And that sentence was 15 years to serve 5, balance of 10 years, probated, suspended upon entry into ITF aftercare portion of program. Ooh, hold on, let me pull up the actual disposition, Your Honor. But it appears that he may be serving some time. It looks like he might be part of the RSAT.
Go ahead, Judge. Say
Yeah.
got it, because no one
Listening
could
to
understand
this
that.
sentence.
Ma'am, the judge said, is he on probation anywhere? It's a simple yes or no.
Must enter and successfully complete the ITF program and its aftercare to be assigned to a mental health officer, no contact with the victim, and stay away from the victim in their home, workplace. But he was sentenced to 15 years to serve 5, balance of 10 years probated.
Okay. In May of last year, and he's been in custody nonstop since, well, but that was before this incident happened. After that, he must have gotten out. That wasn't a very effective 5-year sentence, because this happened in September of 23.
I think they just didn't activate the case on my
Wait, you mean jail didn't work? Wait, that's crazy.
end. I apologize, Your Honor.
Mhm.
But he is on active probation on those cases.
Okay. You got a terrible criminal history, Mr. Glass.
And that's where it stops at, right here. Right, trust me.
Yeah.
I'm done. The jail itself is. Whew, I'm done.
Well,
All this stuff I have to do, I don't think I'm gonna have no time to do nothing. Like,
do you have a place to stay when you get out?
well, I was accepted at Georgia Works, so I can go there, and it's always the Salvation Army, but I got accepted at Georgia Works, so
Okay.
I'm still gonna opt to go there. Like, because
Well,
does drug court provide housing? I think they help.
it does. That's why I was asking. But we'll get there in a minute. Let me hear from you, Ms. Rios, about Mr. Glass and his situation.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Glass is 46 years old. He did graduate high school. He has several mental health diagnoses, manic depression, bipolar, schizophrenia. At the time of this incident, he has not been on medication for years, so he was self-medicating. Since he's been in jail, he has been on his medication. He said it has made a world of difference.
yeah.
He wants some strictness. He said nothing has been working over the years. He's tired of the same situation. He has 15 children. He wants to be able to, at least try to be a dad to the ones that are still underage. Most of them are grown. He has some that are between the ages of 28 and 12. He has all girls. So he wants to, You
have 15 girls?
Yes.
What are the odds?
I know, right? I wanted a son. Yeah, I stopped.
Well, you should stop trying, okay?
Yeah,
15 is plenty.
Yes, I know.
You just didn't have a boy. It's all right.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm just gonna have to let that go.
Maybe you don't have any Y's in there. Okay.
And so he wants a strict structure. We know how strict drug court is, and if he messes up, then we'll deal with it. But I think this will be his last chance. He has skill set. He has a forklift license. He has other certificates. He was in 2021 when he was doing okay for a little bit. He was working at Publix Distribution Center. He said he believes he would be able to go back, that they liked him when he was there. He did a good job. He did food prep, cooking. He also at the time was a warehouse supervisor for the shipping and purchases. So it's just the drugs that just make him a different person.
Yeah.
And he just wants to get a chance to have a good, try to be a.
That is exactly what I thought when I watched this. First, I was laughing. I was crying. He's got 15 daughters. But then I thought, ladies, why? Ladies, why? Why do you do this? Why is that acceptable to you? Why do you think, I can fix that one. I can change that. That's the one I want to go with. Stop it. Stop it. If they're going to be like this, then leave them alone. Leave them alone. That way they learn, they grow, they become better for you. Just like you, if you had 15 daughters, which I guess would be really difficult, unless you had some twins and triplets and six doublets in there. Men should say no to you, especially if they're all different daddies. Listen, don't date men like this. Don't marry them, and definitely don't procreate with someone who has 15 daughters. Wait, the best part's coming. Remember, he has 15 daughters. Okay.
A good citizen and do what he's supposed to do now that he's medicated and not on drugs. I think he'd be able to do that.
Okay. And you believe, Ms. Rios, that Mr. Glass has been accepted in the drug court?
Yes, he has. We signed the paperwork, and we already had the agreement, so I'll send it off now that.
Okay, so intake has met with Mr. Glass. Yes. It's not that you hope he gets in. They've said we'll take him.
Yes, he's been accepted.
Okay. Mr. Glass, anything you want to add?
I just like to thank the courts, for accepting, having mercy on me and stuff. I had a hard life, but there's no excuse to, to be in here that many times and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get out and apply myself, do what it is I'm supposed to do as a man, to support my family. I'm gonna be a very effective member of society from now on out. I'm done with it.
Okay. Well, you talk the talk. We'll see what walk you walk. tell me why this is an offered plea. Offered plea means I didn't do it, or it didn't really go down that way, or I don't remember because I was strung out. And so it may well be I hit a guy with a beer can.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I did everything except for hit the man. Okay. And he homeless. I'm homeless too. Like I ain't got nowhere to go. We can argue nothing about, but who gonna have the biggest hit or something like that. But honestly, I didn't.
Okay, so you took the beer, you fussed at the officer, all that kind of stuff. You're just saying,
I had public drunkenness too. I was drunk. I was so off.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I had public drunk. I was drunk. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Okay, that just helps me understand the situation. What do you use when you aren't getting medication to help treat the symptoms? Is it alcohol? Is it cocaine? Is it marijuana? Is it street pills?
It's alcohol.
Alcohol is the main
worst enemy.
Okay. Does that lead to other things though? When you're drunk, then you smoke, or?
I smoke. I smoke some marijuana, but hit a cigarette. It tastes horrible. It's the alcohol for me.
Okay. Well, that's certainly something that drug court will address as well. Yeah. It sounds like you would be open to initially being in drug court housing. You can't do Georgia Works and drug court at the same time.
Okay.
They don't overlap. Drug court takes up most of your time for the first few months, and then we want you to be working. So Georgia Works and drug court, they do good things, but you can't be in both programs at the same time because Georgia Works is going to want you in their classes and drug court's going to need you in their classes. So even though Georgia Works would provide you housing, they would do that if you're in the program.
How many times did he say in his life, I'm allergic to latex?
That's not how we're resolving this. So you either need to have your own place to stay, or at least for the first 3 months or so, drug court can provide supportive housing. I just need to know what to tell drug court.
Okay. Well, I opt for the supporting house.
Okay. All right. Well, I find there's a factual basis for your plea and that your plea is knowing and voluntary. I'm sentencing you pursuant to the Probation Options Management Act, which is just an acknowledgement that while you're on probation, if you have a minor violation, you and probation will resolve that. But if it's more significant, you get arrested again, or you get terminated from drug court. If they kick you out, that comes back to me, and I will work through what the consequences are.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything we've discussed?
I was like wondering, like, I'm not in no rush, but I just want to know, like, what's how long did it take for them to get,
So they do orientation every Tuesday. So you missed orientation today. Most likely it would be next Tuesday that they'll come get you. But they need to make sure that there is a bed in one of the places where they provide housing. So I'll reach out when we're done to say, it looks like Mr. Glass, assuming you've been accepted into drug court, is ready once housing is ready. It doesn't take that long. So if it's not next Tuesday, it'd be the Tuesday after that they come get you. You'll go to Hope Hall. That's where drug court occurs. And at the end of that session, you will be able to go to the housing. So you'll be out and about. You'll be wearing an ankle monitor for the first 30 days. Okay. Everyone who starts drug court, whether you're coming in through that door or that door, starts with an ankle monitor for the first 30 days. That's the toughest time. That's when people tend to say, yeah, I don't really want to do this. I'm going to go in this direction instead. Yeah. And we just find you sooner with the ankle monitor. Yeah. So that is how it will start. So next Tuesday or the Tuesday after. I think I already said this, but I find that your plea is knowing and voluntary. I do agree with Ms. Nix that this is a pretty darn lenient result for now. You've been in for over a year. You've served a year for doing what you did. Yeah. And in the grand scheme of things, what you did, stealing some beer, fussing at an officer, isn't the worst thing. It's what you had been doing leading up to that. This is not your first case where you were engaging in dangerous activities. But
every lady watching this stream, please just go take Plan B, just in case I spread him around a little bit.
But it's just another sign that you need help. And that's what we're going to try to get you. You're 46. You're not getting younger. I have no idea what your health is, but it sounds like life has been difficult for you for a number of years. And I'm hopeful that you don't want to go back.
Oh, no, I don't.
And that ought to motivate you, because I'll tell you this, if we get 4 months into drug court and it blows up and you quit and you walk away from it, it's going to end in a pretty bad way, because there's going to be
no illegals comments,
a lot of probation to work with. There are 2 drug court judges. I happen to be one of them. That's just a coincidence. So you've got a coin toss chance that I'll be the judge working with you in drug court. If you end up working with me, it's not because you took a plea here. They put one in front of Judge Krause, one with me, one with Krause, one with me. Okay. So it's just wherever we are on that little tracker, and it may be that you and I end up working together. Same program, just 2 different judges.
Okay.
Easy. Don't pay child support.
All right. So on count 1,
totally different.
I'm going to sentence you to the 20 years to serve 2 years. Those 2 years, I need to figure out how to structure it, because you've done a year. I'm going to sentence you on count 2 to 1 year to serve. And count 3 is 1 year to serve. Those are going to run concurrently with each other. Count 1 is going to run consecutive. That means after counts 2 and 3. That will be 20 years to serve 1 month, with the balance of 9 years and 11 months on probation.
Should we see how long it takes, Todd? Oh, you saw it. Aw.
And the remaining 10 years are suspended. It's a special condition of your suspended sentence that you obey the law and that you successfully complete drug court.
Okay.
It is a special condition of your probation that you complete drug court, that you stay away from the Chevron on Metropolitan Parkway.
Most definitely.
And you have no contact with.
This definitely nails it again. If we ever meet up, guys, we have to meet up at a Chevron. We have to.
With Mr. Williams.
Yes, I want.
Okay.
I'll bring
And Ms. Nix, I'm not forgetting about the officer, but the only kind of contact they're going to have, she'd be in a uniform, and it's not going to be particularly consensual to begin with. So we'll just focus on Mr. Williams. I think I've covered everything there. Count 4 is being dismissed. Ms. Rios, anything else on behalf of Mr. Glass?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. And I don't have any petitions to revoke anything. It sounds like maybe Mr. Glass dealt with the revocation as a result of this arrest. I have no idea what's going on with that 23 SC sentence that was 15 to serve 5, and then do some ITF.
Thank you, Hope. Thank you.
My recommendation to probation is going to be to roll all of Mr. Glass's other cases into drug court so that everything is riding on drug court. That means that if Mr. Glass quits drug court prematurely, he's going to face probation consequences in all those.
He doesn't quit anything prematurely, Judge. Look at his face.
But in some ways, it doesn't matter. This case will handle it and cover for those other things. Ms. Nix, anything else in Mr. Glass's case?
No, sir.
I appreciate you and the state giving him a chance in drug court, but I agree with you that that's sort of his last best hope. And if drug court doesn't go well, that it will get pretty complicated pretty quickly. Ms. Nix, can someone in my office sign the indictment on your behalf?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Rios?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Glass, is it okay if we electronically sign your name to the indictment indicating your guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll do that. Thank you. Ms. Evans, Officer Evans, do we need to give him reporting instructions or that'll happen through drug court?
Your Honor, just
No. If they're more complicated than the instructions on a little condom, then don't give it to him because he's not gonna understand.
just in case something in between time, is it my understanding that Mr. Glass doesn't currently have a set address?
That's correct.
I think that's right. You don't have a address where like you get mail or a place. We're going to help you find housing, but there's not a home you would go to if you were released.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's the worst part, guys. I'm not trying not to laugh because it's not funny. This part isn't funny, but this guy has 15 daughters, 15 ex-girlfriends. He has no place to live. He is homeless. He has no place that he can go outside of jail other than a homeless shelter. He's got 15 daughters. You think one of them would have daddy issues and be like, he loves me, come with me, daddy. No, he has nowhere to go.
Mr. Glass, you're going to report to the Atlanta Probation Office. Are you familiar with that location?
It's Memorial. Is it Memorial
Yeah,
Drive?
276 Memorial
yeah, he
Drive.
knows
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
going to report within. Oh, okay. You're going to report within 24 hours of your release.
Yes,
Failure to
ma'am.
do so may result in a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Oh, I'll be there.
Do you have a good contact number? Somebody we could call if anything?
Not
Mom,
right.
cousin, brother?
Not right now. Not right now. It's
Okay.
kind of hard for me.
Understood. Just make sure you report within
3
24
bedrooms.
hours, okay?
I will, ma'am.
Good luck to you.
I'm
Thank
guessing
you.
he's
Thank
not
you,
paying
ma'am.
child support. He's been in jail the whole time. Though
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
That's it.
how he got everybody pregnant and he was in jail the whole time, I don't get.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a blessed evening.
Y'all had a blessed evening. Whew. His oldest daughter is older than you, Donald. You're disappointed in Fozzie? No. Okay. Now we have to move on. So where we're going to next isn't any better, guys. Just warning you. We're gonna start a trial today. We're gonna do 30 minutes. I'm sorry. We're gonna do 30 minutes of a trial today. It's, it's a good one. It's a pro se. Oh, thank you, Trish. Yay. Well, Trish, wait, Trish. Maybe you should see what this trial is before you say that. Oh man, there is an outcome to this case, so I don't just have part of it, and I missed the verdict and all that stuff. I got the whole thing. um, but there's no way we could do it all in one day. So we're just gonna take bites. We don't want to do this all in one day. Trust me, we need breathers. We need to compose ourselves in breathers in this pro se nightmare of a train wreck, of a dumpster fire, of I don't know. Here we go. Let's just get into it. Your sound is fine. She's going to unmute in a second. Or the audio doesn't work. No, just kidding.
All right.
I am telling your wife.
All right, we are back on the record and outside the presence of the jury. Mr. Nicholson, the court is not going to continue this matter.
You know how she said we're back on the record and outside of the jury? Just so you know, there's no jury selection, 0 jury selection in this trial because I don't do that anymore. No one can make me. If you guys want to find this stuff, find the jury selection yourself, you go for it. But I am not doing jury selection. It's boring. It's so boring. Maybe I'll do it again. I don't know. I'll do 15 more.
However, you still have the right to invoke counsel if and that's between you and Ms. Walker. So if at any time you make that decision, you just need to, outside the presence of the jury, let me know. And you can just say, Judge, I have a legal matter. If there's anything we need to discuss outside the presence of the jury. At this time, is there anything else we need to address?
No, it's to fight
And so
cold.
at this time, you are still going forward representing yourself, correct? I need you to speak louder.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Let's have the jury brought back in, please.
I'm so sorry, CRD. I never heard of that idea, but I love it. A lap picnic.
Please be seated. All right, welcome back, members of the jury. I have to ask, has anyone had any discussions about this case, the parties? Has anyone overheard any discussions? Has anyone researched, posted, emailed, any kind of communications? All right, thank you. Ms. Jones, you may continue with your opening statement.
Thank you, Judge. As I was saying, everyone has the right to a trial in this type of situation, and that is why we are here. That being said, this is not a complicated matter from the state's perspective. Mr. Nicholson is charged with 1 count of aggravated stalking, and that is based on the fact that his ex-girlfriend, Brianna Waldberg, whom you're going to hear from, took out a temporary protective order against him, and he violated that order. It was knowing and intentional. It was not by accident. It was on more than one occasion. You'll hear from her that she had reasons for taking out that temporary protective order. It was based on allegations of physical violence between them and their relationship, her fear that he was tracking her, and so on. So that's really the sum total of this case, ladies and gentlemen. You'll hear from Detective Jamaica Aiken whenever she takes the stand that she had a conversation with Mr. Nicholson. He admitted to being aware of the fact that that TPO had issued, that he had a copy, and that he realized he was not supposed to have contact with Ms. Waldberg, and he did it anyway. He admitted to that contact. That's pretty much the entire case here. Let me be very, very clear that this is not a situation where we're sitting in judgment of the relationship between Mr. Waldberg and Ms. Nicholson, and Mr. Ms. Wahlberg and Mr. Nicholson. We're not here to litigate the temporary protective order, whether it should have been issued. We're not here to litigate claims about the procedure that a person can use to obtain a TPO. We're not here to litigate various merits of legal procedures or matters of law when it relates to when and how a TPO is issued. None of that is before you. The matter for your determination.
It's overruled.
Thank you, Judge. The matter before you is simply whether or not there is a temporary protective
Michael, I
order
was
in place.
drinking.
And you'll hear from the judge at some point about whether there was contact with the victim named in that, these various elements that have to be proven, that it was without.
I don't know what you're
victim's
talking
consent.
about, Fozzie.
It was for the purpose of harassing and intimidating her, and it was in violation of a court order. And I would submit to you that a temporary protective order is a court order. It is a piece of paper saying you are not allowed to do these certain things. And the state is alleging that Mr. Nicholson did those things he wasn't supposed to do by having repeated contact with Ms. Wahlberg. There is really, I don't think, any dispute about the evidence that's going to be proven in this matter. And again, keep in mind what I said, that we're not here to litigate all of these other extraneous matters or perceptions of the law or the inherent fairness or unfairness of our judicial system. So at the end of this process, I'm going to stand back before you again, and I'm going to have another conversation with you, and I'm going to say, I told you at the beginning of this is what we needed to prove, this is what we've proven, and I'm going to ask you to return a verdict of guilty. Thank you.
Okay. In a normal situation, when I hear a lawyer speak like this in a courtroom with her low, soft voice, I think, you know what, this is not going to be okay for my channel. This is just not what we're looking for. This is going to put people to sleep. People want something a little louder, a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Exciting, but I wanted a better word. But I don't know what he's talking about, CRD, or I would. All right, here we go. It's time. Yes, dramatic. Yes, drama. We want drama.
Mr. Nicholson?
Yes, enticing. Yes,
Good
autumn.
morning. Sorry for the delay. We'll try to make sure ain't no more delays gonna happen. My name is Derek Nicholson. I'm from Miami. It's near Florida. Well, actually, it's in Florida. But I'm here today to basically stand in front of you and prove that I'm not guilty of the charge of harassing and intimidating anyone. I'm here to prove that I had a legitimate purpose to contact the person because we had a child together that basically was stolen from me. And I'm here also to prove that this detective right here was harassing me and that she charged me with a crime that I didn't commit. Because the charge they said that I commit, I had to harass and intimidate a person and have no legitimate purpose.
So his opening statement is, yeah, I contacted her and I've been charged with a crime I didn't commit.
They contacted me on 2 different occasions, and I explained to the detective that, yes, I contacted the victim because she contacted me. I explained to the detective that I had evidence to show that the victim was contacting me. And I also explained to her that the victim was deleting her messages through, I guess, her iPhone that she was sending to me. So I'm just here to prove that this lady she filed a charge on me to protect herself because she violated the law.
She crazy.
By having me arrested in Miami, Florida, without a warrant by a judge, and held me for 8 days without a warrant, and that's abduction. And I'm gonna prove that today, that I'm not guilty of aggravated stalking. I had a legitimate purpose to contact this person. I never meant to harass this person. I never said anything harassing. But this lady
And I've been
took it
abducted.
upon herself to have me arrested without a judge signing a warrant, without a judge hearing any information of this case. And that's what I approve today. Thank you.
The state may call its first witness.
Listen, as far as pro se's go, when they say you do your opening statement, they usually go right into testimony. This dude had a legitimate opening statement. This is what I'm going to prove to you today. This is what the charge is, and I'm going to prove that it's wrong because of this. That was a legitimate, terrible, but good opening statement from a pro se. Normally, pro se's were like, I didn't do it, but a testimony, hearsay testimony.
You do solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give the court and during which all this issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, you come up here and have a seat. Please, would you sit up, have a seat, get close to the microphone, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. Could you please introduce yourself to the jury?
My name is, you ready?
Yes.
My name is Brianna Wahlberg,
And can you spell the last name for our court reporter?
Waldburg.
Okay, and Ms. Waldberg, are you familiar with?
Sorry, guys. Before we get into her testimony, I have to stop for a second because a lot of new people just came in chat, and this is important. It's just important. This is Judge Fleischer's Facebook, right? His last post was 2022. But if you look at his comments, there's some good ones. Like this is Victoria. She's the first one because she's just the best. Thanks for your service. And then they get bad. Some of them are good, kudos, and some of them are bad, really bad. And there's a lot of bad comments here. This is actually long, but it's a good one. I should show you the last one. Hold on. They're just bad comments, okay? There's a lot of bad comments. Yeah. Oh my God, Fozzie, I was just gonna do that. Okay, there's this one person who's crazy. This is all from them. They're crazy, they're crazy. Anyway, oh, look. Hey guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the crazy person was 15 hours ago. Tina P, Leanne, Fred Green. Ugh. Joking. And Trish, thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. Listen, Go here. Go here. If you think Judge Fleischer's a good judge, a good guy, dresses good, I don't care. If you think there's something good you can say about him, really, really mushy, go leave him a comment because he reads these. And not only does he read these, we just did. I mean, they're public. I think Victoria showed it to him. So they were reading them together. So he's reading these with like his coworkers where people are just trashing him. It only takes 1 second to click this link in chat and leave him just a good message, just something that's not this is you're the perfect example of what happens when people abuse their power. Are you freaking kidding me? PR bond after PR bond after PR bond. People are just so mean. It's because they didn't get away with it. They didn't get away with see, I hope your kids grew up to dislike you. John Smith is a fake account and he's a criminal and he got in trouble with the law and doesn't like Judge Fleischer. Well, Judge Fleischer didn't break the law, you did. And someone else was like, maybe we should well, I don't want to leave that there. Maybe we should find out what's in your history and see what. No, he has no criminal history. So take a second. I'm probably going to show this like one more time or so when new people come in, but because it's important. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Derek Nicholson,
Yes, I am.
and can you point him out in the courtroom?
The man right here in the back.
Can you describe an article of clothing that he's wearing?
The white shirt with the red stripes.
Okay, and how do you know Mr. Nicholson?
Me and Mr. Nicholson, we dated and we have a child together.
Okay, and when did you begin dating?
He still reads them,
I
yes.
want to say it was the year of 2019. I'm going to say.
And how long were you together?
Up into I want to say I left the house October 26th of 2021.
Okay, and that was the end of your relationship
Yes,
together?
yes,
As far as being a couple, correct?
yes.
Okay. And at the time you left that relationship, how old was the child that the two of you had together?
He had to be close to 7 months, maybe.
Okay, and so were you and Mr. Nicholson ever married?
No,
Okay, to the best of your knowledge, did Mr. Nicholson ever file to legitimate your child?
no.
Okay. At some point, did you take out a temporary protective order against Mr. Nicholson?
Yes, I did.
And what were your reasons for doing so?
Because Mr. Nicholson is compulsive. Like whenever I leave, he either threatens to post pictures or he will email me or text message me over and over. My final straw was when he would send me video links of him talking about me on Facebook. And then I saw on Instagram him making a joke about raping me. So that was my final straw that made me go to the police station.
Trish, we are so glad you're here.
And, well, when you first took out the petition for a temporary protective order, do you recall when that was?
I don't recall. I know it was like, I can't remember. It's been so many times. I can't remember.
Hi, Stacy Lynn.
And, well, this time, as the deputy, to hand up this exhibit that I pre-marked as State's Exhibit Number 1, can you tell me whether or not you recognize that document?
Yeah, I do. I do.
And can you describe for us what it is, please?
It's petition for temporary protection order.
You in
And is that the
trouble.
petition that you filed?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and I'm going to ask you to go ahead and flip through the papers and see if that's all part of that same proceeding.
Okay, this one is the past one. This was in June. Okay, hold on. So this says November 20th. And on July. Okay, I see what it's saying. It's going back through all the petitions that I filed. on this right here.
Okay, so that's the temporary protective order that you filed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's signed by you?
It should be. Yeah, I see my signature in the back.
Fuzzy, thank
Okay, and attached
you.
to that, are there several orders?
Yes.
Okay, and those were all part of the same proceeding?
Neither do you,
Yes, the
Donald.
December 2021 to 15. Yes, I remember this one. Yes.
Okay. At this time, we would tender State's Exhibit 1 into evidence.
What's the basis for the objection?
There was never order. Other orders. She said something about other orders. There never was no other protective order.
Okay. That sounds like an objection that is more in line to the weight that the jury should afford that document. I'm going to overrule your objection to the admissibility. State's Exhibit 1 is admitted over objection.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, so after you took out that petition for a temporary protective order,
Yes.
was there a hearing held on that?
On this one, yes.
Okay, and how was that done? Was that in person or was that by
Virtual.
virtual?
Mhm.
Okay, so that was still during all the COVID stuff?
Yes,
Okay, and did you attend that hearing?
I did.
And did Mr. Nicholson attend that hearing?
He did.
And what was the result of that hearing?
They went forward with the protection order.
Okay, so a protection order did issue?
Yes.
Okay, and do you recall how long it was good for?
I want to say, I actually don't remember. I don't remember how long it was good for. It's been years.
That's fine. Do you need to refer to the documents to refresh your memory?
I don't actually know where would it be. I don't remember. It's been years.
We have to get through the lawyer part to get to the per se part, guys. Just hang in there. It's worth it. It looks like she has text messages printed out right there.
Does 12 months sound right?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. When we did that TPO, it was kind of like a crazy kind of moment in the court where they just shut us off quick. So I don't remember how long it was. I just remember receiving the paperwork.
Okay.
And I gave it to the daycare and I just moved on.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so it was your understanding then after that hearing that Mr. Nicholson was to have no contact with you?
Yes,
Okay. And
Thank
did
you,
he,
Monica.
in fact,
Thank
have contact
you.
with
he did.
Okay. And can you tell us about that, please?
He would email me, text message me.
What? We have made love here, and CRD came today. Hi, guys. Guys, we missed you both so much. This is so exciting that you're here. Thanks for stopping by.
Back to back, sun up, sundown. If I ignored him, he would come to my social media, contact my parents through text messages and videos. And I submitted it.
Hold on, when there's an objection, let me rule.
Okay.
Overrule.
Please continue.
So I submitted the evidence, but he emailed me, text message. He texted my parents. If I did not respond to Mr. Nicholson, he would go to my social media, make videos with my customers, because I have a business, make videos with my customers, and just pick at me every day for 6 months.
Okay. And at this time, I'd ask for permission to publish what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit 1 to the jury.
You may publish.
That's the best one yet.
So this is the public. Okay, this is the petition for a temporary protective order that we were talking about. Can you see this, Ms. Waldberg?
Yes,
Okay, and in here you allege that these previous acts between the two of you took place in Chatham County, is that correct?
yes,
Okay, and I'm going to direct your attention to number 4. And it says petitioners asked respondent not to have contact with petitioner due to past incidents of violence and wanting to move on from the relationship. Was that true?
yes,
Okay. And then you go on to state in here that respondent has called petitioner numerous times at a time, leaving harassing text messages and emails. Is that true?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that you were fearful due to past incidents of physical, sexual, and verbal abuse, and that you were seeking relief from the court. Was that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then it asks you to outline other incidents that have taken place between the two of you. At this point, I'm going to direct your attention to paragraph 5. And in there, you state that on or about November 15th of 2021, he stated that he can drive by your place of employment to ensure that you're working. Is that correct?
Yes,
And then you make other allegations in here, such as him turning up at a friend's house unannounced and placing a tracking device in your vehicle.
yes,
That was all correct?
yes,
Okay, so at the time you took out this petition, then were you fearful for your safety?
I did. I was.
Okay, and at the time that the family violence 12-month protective order was issued, were you fearful for your safety?
I was.
Okay, and okay, I'm now going to direct your attention to the document that I have up on the screen. This is still part of State's Exhibit 1. And can you tell me what it's titled?
Which part? The top part? The Superior Court for?
The
County.
family violence
Oh, the family violence. Yes,
12-month protective order?
yes,
Okay, so then that would have been a protective order that was in place for 12 months, correct?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and this was after a hearing that was held on December 15th of 2021. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Me
And
too.
so the violations, well, let's go through here. It says in this order then that it's in effect for 12 months. Okay, and it ordered him to stay away from you and your children's residence and place of work and school, or any subsequent residences or workplaces or schools of you and the children. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is it your understanding that it restrained and enjoined him from approaching within 500 yards of you or your children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and were you, well, does it go on to say that he is not to have any contact, direct, indirect, or through another person with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that it doesn't matter if it's by telephone, fax, email, or any other means, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you were given temporary custody of the child that the two of you had together?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I believe that this says Diedrich Nicholson, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. That's his name.
Okay, and that's the child that you had with Mr. Nicholson?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going through the rest of this. Is there any provision in here allowing him to contact you at all?
No, no.
Okay, so To your mind, no contact, did that mean no contact?
Yes, ma'am, no contact.
Going to ask the deputy to hand up what I've pre-marked as State's Exhibit number 2. Can you tell me whether or not you recognize that document? And I'll give you a moment to look at all the pages.
Yay, Trish.
Yes, ma'am, I do know.
Can you describe for me what that document is?
These are some of the emails that Mr. Nicholson sent me after we got the protection order.
Okay, so these were definitely dated after?
Thank you, CJ.
Yes.
Okay, and can you tell me when they began?
I mean, they're not on here particularly. I mean, they have dates.
Hold on. When there's an objection.
Okay, sorry.
Ms. Jones,
I think I just laid a foundation, Judge.
well,
He actually said objection foundation. So he might be real wrong because I lost track of what was going on and I wasn't really listening. But that's not a pro se type word, is it? I think, he's pro se, so, but he's doing okay.
hold on, your objection was that there were no dates?
Yeah, some of the papers that she has, they have no dates on them. So
Okay.
we can't say if they came from before the protection order or after.
All right, overruled.
Thank you. So were these sent pretty soon after this
Overruled?
temporary protective
There's no
order was
date
put
on
into effect?
Yes, ma'am, they were sent after.
Okay.
They were.
All right, and would it have been before you filed a police report?
These right here?
Mhm.
No, these were not before the police report. These particular ones were after.
So you filed a police report and then he continued sending you emails?
Yes.
Okay, this time we would tender State's Exhibit 2 into evidence.
Any further objection? All right, Exhibit 2 is admitted.
I'd ask for permission to tender or publish to the jury.
You may.
Thank you.
Good question. While she's tendering that to the jury, I'll show you. Because it's important. When you look at the post, so this is the first post, all right? If you click this right here, 137 comments, or it's going to be a different number when you get there, okay? Just click this, and then at the top, before you even scroll anywhere, it says most relevant. Click that and change to all comments. And then you get to see all 137 comments, good, bad, and ugly. We should pay attention to the case, though, guys. I know I'm not, but you should. Don't worry. The good parts are coming when he takes the stand and he starts asking questions. We just have to get through the lawyer part first.
Okay, this email that's up on the screen here, is this one of the emails Mr. Nicholson sent to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and there's a date on there of January 13th. Would
Yes.
that have been of 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and in there,
Read it.
well, can you tell me what the substance of this email is, what your understanding is?
Tell me.
Well, this one is where he's trying to question me about DNA for the child that we share. that we have together.
Say that again?
And well, did you find this to be threatening?
I didn't find this one to be threatening. I mean, he is cursing me out in the bottom of it. And oh yeah, this one is where he's explaining you wanted to be famous, your baby daddy made you, or something like that. But he's talking about when he went on TikTok and made videos about me. So he wanted me to be famous. So he started posting videos and pictures of me online and talking about me every day. So that's what this one is about.
Okay, and in these TikTok videos, was he giving personal information about you?
Yes, ma'am, he was.
Okay, and are these some more of the emails that he sent?
Yikes, guys, I think I'm in trouble. I speak about Judge Fleischer every day, and I post on social media about him. Oh man, I am a stalker. What's the punishment for stalking? Is it jail, or can it just be probation? Oh my God, can I have house arrest, please? Please, can I have house arrest? I'm bedazzling that ankle bracelet. I know somebody said you can't, but I am gonna sequence that to the high heavens.
Sent you in that same time period?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and these are all pretty much back to back, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Same 21 hours.
And then these are more?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and this is a continuation of that previous email, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and this email, it's also dated January 13th. Would that have been of 2022 as well?
Yes, ma'am.
That was mean.
He references in here something about hitting you. Do you know what that's about?
Yeah, I see what it's saying, but he's not saying, he's trying to say that I hit him because he never wants to admit that he was hitting me.
Okay.
He never wanted to admit it. So he plays this little circle game where he tried to say, oh, I let you hit me when I hit him back. I did hit him back. I did. I admit to that.
So then these are more emails that he sent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and again, all this is in the same time frame within a couple of hours of one another?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let's talk about this one in particular.
She hit him back. She says, what do you call a guy with two black eyes? Someone who didn't listen the first time.
And here it states you went to another man because I was abusing you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and is that your recollection that he had abused you in the past?
He has, yes.
Okay. These are more emails from him?
Yes, ma'am.
Get more emails?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so was that the sum total of the emails he sent you?
No, ma'am. I have more. I gave y'all the most. Most of the time I've called the detective, but he has harassed me till the day he went to jail. He literally sent me an email right before y'all locked him up.
going to hand to the deputy what I've pre-marked as State's Exhibit number 3. Okay, can you tell me if you recognize that batch of documents?
Yes, well, let me look through the rest, but that first one I do.
You guys don't have to read the comments that are already there on Judge Fleischer's posts. They're not fun to read. They're horrible. Just leave a comment. Leave something.
Yeah, these are his emails.
There's more emails sent by Mr. Nicholson to you?
Yes.
Okay, were those sent after that first batch?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and by then, had you filed a police report?
Yes, this was, after. Yes.
Okay, and where were you living whenever you were receiving all these messages? Was it in Chatham County?
Yes, I was still in Savannah, yes.
Okay, so both what was shown in State's Exhibit 2 and what was shown in State's Exhibit 3, you were living in Savannah during that time?
Yes, ma'am.
And just to be clear, Savannah's in Chatham County, Georgia?
Chatham County, yes.
Okay, we'd like to tender State's Exhibit 3 at this time.
Any objection? State's Exhibit 3 is admitted.
Okay, permission to publish to the jury?
You may.
So in this first email, if you would, Ms. Walker, tell us what Mr. Nicholson is talking about.
From what I see on here, this is him. I'm going to say this. Basically, he's trying to tell me I could have just spammed his messages instead of going to y'all. And he's talking about how he went to TikTok.
It's dry erase markers and erasers. These are green and red. They're just dry erase markers.
To talk about our relationship. And then he's talking about some telling the truth. I don't know what the truth is. All I did was left. So
over 2 decades of IT career, I know a dry erase marker.
I don't know what he's talking about, but you're trying to hurt me, so I'm going to be the bigger man and I'm going to stop because TikTok is just hurting me because I'm tired of people trying to pat me on my back when they don't understand what it feels like to lose a child.
Okay, so this is, again, after you filed a police report, correct?
Yes.
Okay, he was aware then that you had filed a police report accusing him of violating the temporary protective order?
Yes.
And he continued to contact you, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so there are a number of other emails in here. Is the substance pretty much the same?
Yes.
Okay. You said all of this continued up until the time that he was arrested?
Yes.
Okay, and do you recall when that was?
I know it was around either June 16th or 17th of 2021, but
2022, would that be correct?
No, 22, yes, I'm sorry. It's been a long time.
Okay, so
objection leading.
Did you want him to contact you?
I didn't.
Did you ask him to stop contacting you?
I have.
Okay. And again, you had that temporary protective order in place, correct?
I did.
Okay. Did you feel like he was attempting to harass you?
I did.
Okay. Did you feel like he was attempting to intimidate you?
Yes.
Okay. Especially if he was sending emails such as berating you for going to the police?
Yes.
You took that as an intimidation tactic?
I did.
Just a moment, please. Just another brief question, circling back to what we talked about with regard to his rights to the child that the two of you had together.
Yes.
Are you aware of any court order that allows him rights to the child?
No.
Okay. And is it your understanding that's because he has not legitimated the child?
Yes.
Okay, so he has no rights of visitation or anything else, correct?
No.
Okay, but instead of going through that procedure, he was contacting you?
Yes.
If I could retrieve the exhibits, please. Please let the record reflect I'm handing States Exhibits 1 through 3 to the clerk.
All right.
This time I tender the witness.
Did you
request
see how
coordination.
thick that packet was?
Mr. Nicholson, do you have any
Exhibits 1
questions
through
of this
3?
witness?
Fozzie. All right, we get a small taste of him today, guys.
You stated that you and Mr. Nicholson started dating sometime May, June of what, 2019?
Yes.
From that time, from May 2019 to October, no, from May 2019 to May 2020, do you remember any incidents where you and Mr. Nicholson told you he wanted to break up and you choked him?
You choked him. Just so you know, this is Mr. Nicholson. He's talking about himself in the third person because he's his own lawyer.
With your hands because you were upset?
No.
You don't remember that incident?
No.
Okay. Have you ever put your hands on Mr. Nicholson, hitting him?
I did.
You have.
When he hit me.
Hit you. On what day did he hit you? How many times did he hit you?
A few times.
He hit you a few times through this whole situation?
Yes.
Give me a minute, please. Through this situation, after protection order, because you just said, okay, you put him on the protection order. You left his house on October 26th, you say?
Yes.
Y'all had broken up before then, so you wasn't staying with him, correct?
I was there October 26th.
When were you staying with him? Were you
I was staying there.
You were staying
I packed
with him
my
on
stuff.
Hold on.
I'm
Let him
sorry.
finish the question,
I'm
ma'am,
sorry.
before you start answering, and then you make sure, Mr. Nicholson, she finishes her answer before you start questioning, okay?
On October 26th, you were living in my home?
October 26th, I was living in your home. My mother's birthday. I remember the day I left. October 26th, 2021.
So May of 28, before my daughter came to live with me in Savannah, Georgia, you were staying at my home?
We broke up.
Judge objection, I'm going to object on the basis of relevance.
All right, Mr. Nicholson, what's the relevance of this line of questioning?
The relevance of this line of question, because she's stating that she was staying with me and she was not staying with me at the time of the situation. She was not. And I have the message that I'm going to find to show that that's why I
Okay,
asked you.
hold on.
Ma'am, you never gave me an opportunity to give me the information that I could use.
Okay, hold on a moment. Ms. Jones, do you have any other?
I think anything beyond establishing that they were in a relationship for purposes of granting the TPO and what the general background of the relationship is irrelevant. Again, we're not trying to be looking for several.
Now you see why the court reporter has a blanket. She needs any kind of comfort she can get to make it through this trial. And it's a jury trial, which sucks because I love this judge. I love this judge. And it's a jury trial, so the jury decides. You don't get to hear how she comes to her decision and everything like that.
All right, Mr. Nicholson, the court will allow you just some brief leeway if you are attempting to attack credibility by showing some untruthfulness, but I'm not going to let you go into relitigating matters that, as far as whether the TPO should have been entered or not. But I will let you, if you need the documents from the record for your cross-examination, all right, I'll take a brief recess to get those. Ma'am, you can step down from the witness stand. I'm going to ask the jurors to retire to the deliberation room for just a moment. It shouldn't take long. Please do not discuss the case with anyone, including each other. No research, no social media post or text about this litigation. Thank you.
That huge sigh at the end sums this whole thing up that we're going to go through, guys. We got a taste of it. We got a small taste of it today. If I go any further, then I won't be able to hit Harris County, and I got to hit Harris County. So I have to apologize to Maiko and Fozzie and Linus, even though I think Fozzie might have already been asleep. I don't know. I fell asleep during the Judge Fleischer's docket again today. I'm trying, but I did another video. That was well over 3 hours because of the editing and everything, and then I had to find content. So I didn't have time to sleep. And then my body just fell asleep. All right. For people who are watching, and Linus, I don't know if you're here, but I might need your help. This is purple. This is purple. The color you're looking at is called purple. Just so you know. Hold on. Let's look at color wheel. Okay. All right, it's violet. We'll say violet. I will go with violet, but in no way will I go with blue or any other. See, this is blue violet. It's not even that. It's purple. It's purple. Well, let's see. I mean, it could be, right? So in chat today, hold on. Let's just look. Oh, guys, look at indigo. Okay, it's indigo. It's 100%, 1,000% indigo. Because look, this is purple down here. And this is indigo up here. 1,000%. This is not purple. I was 100% wrong. Donald, I think, was the first one to call it right in chat today. He said it was indigo. Everybody was saying either blue or purple. I said purple. And then Donald said indigo. Fozzie said indigo. But yeah, someone else said that he was wearing orange and purple today. And I get the blue versus purple fight, though I don't. It doesn't look blue at all. Period. But I don't get the orange. I can't find the orange. You didn't? I thought you agreed with Donald. Donald definitely said indigo. I remember that. Velvet. I think everybody said velvet. Yes. Yes. I okay, so was I. Fozzie, we were both wrong together. Oh. Damn. Yep, that's what it is. There's the orange. I was looking. I didn't even think about that. But oh yeah, I would never play with indigo dye. I mean, that stuff, yeah. Yeah. true. Everybody's camera, especially if they're watching on a TV, you can change the colors on your TV so easily. But we're going to give all props to Donald. Here's the first one who said it was indigo. No, it doesn't matter. It's definitely indigo. We just saw it. Are you still saying it's purple and not indigo? We can spend the next 2 hours talking about this one color on this one man right here. Donald is a fashion icon, and it's my fault for arguing with him. Oh, no. And there you go, throwing a U in. Fozzie's going to have an aneurysm in a second. Fozzie's going to have an aneurysm if we call it indigo and we put a U in the word color. Fozzie, breathe through it. Just grab a beer. All right, let's get to getting. I don't hear anything. Oh, wait. The sound is wrong on his side, right? And the IT guy comes? Is that wrong? There's the IT guy.
Do not go back there.
Hold
I
on,
don't care.
hold on.
3600 Main Street.
All right, let's go.
Other lieutenant already detained the defendant, and the complainant stated, "I was smoking a cigarette on the train rail when I felt punches on my face. So I grabbed his arm to avoid getting hit as soon as I read his moves. I told him, the defendant, to calm down. When he said it was cool, I let him go. He started swinging again, so I grabbed his arms again. There is video footage from the Ensemble HCC rail platform. Complainant stated that he was feeling pain in his head and was transported to Ben Top Hospital."
Mr. Bennett, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Where was this? At a train platform?
At
Bus stop.
a train, a bus stop. It says Ensemble HCC platform.
Bus
So
stop.
You're not allowed to go back there.
Oh, no. I don't think I am. I was there, catching the bus.
Do not go back there.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't care if you have to take the bus. I don't care if you got to take a train. You go back there, I will put you in jail.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you any more PR bonds.
Okay.
You understand, sir?
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you do with yourself these days?
I go to the doctor a lot. I have cancer. And I'm supposed to be chemo today.
Okay.
I have cancer. I have diabetes. I have,
So you see a lot of doctors.
that's about 4 or 5 doctors.
So imagine what's going to happen if you go to jail. You're not going to be seeing any more doctors,
No.
right? So consider that when you're out there. No more fighting,
Yes, sir.
no more alcohol, no drugs.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Okay. Do you have an income?
Exercise.
Okay. I'll appoint your lawyer today, Mr. Bennett. But I don't want any more issues.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions ready. We'll have you sign it, and then I'll have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily, sir.
Right this way.
So no contact, no going back to that place, please, no weapon. Oh, but don't worry about it because I'm gonna have him, want to make sure he's not.
Go ahead and sign for the receipt. All right, Judge, page 4. Chirez.
Oh, and Rachel, no weapons. Please, we'll make sure he's not drinking. Hi, good morning. And then we have Luis here after this. Yeah, okay, what is his name?
Chris Chirez.
With a C.
Listen, JR.
Good morning, Mr. Chirez.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, you're charged with harassment. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Yes, sir.
Want to do probable cause, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
On September 7, 2024, law enforcement was dispatched to 10300 block of Collingswood Drive in Harris County, Texas, in reference to harassment. Officers made contact with the complaining witness. The complaining witness stated the defendant, the ex-boyfriend, had been following her around, calling her, threatening her life, and threatening to damage her vehicle again. Complainant stated the defendant followed her to McDonald's and stopped her from leaving by keeping her door open in the parking lot and telling her he would not move until she unblocked him. And complainant stated prior to leaving to McDonald's, the defendant had called her using her brother's phone and stated, "I'm gonna kill you for real. I'm gonna catch you outside your job. I know where you work, what time you go to school. Count your fucking days because you're not going to be in this world for long. Just know you dead. Just know if you really..."
Come on, ladies. Let's go down and just kick his ass. He's going to treat a girl like that. We're going to show him. Let's go. Do not really go to Texas and kick his ass. Do not bring me into court and say, Kathy told me to do it. Although we should. We can't. Although we should. We want to. We're not allowed to do that.
You're gonna be on this shit. You ain't gonna be alive. Just know if you're really gonna be done with me, you're gonna die. Defendant also threatened to fuck up complainant's and complainant's mother's car. Law enforcement went to defendant's residence and observed defendant walking out front door and detained defendant. Defendant was ID'd with name and date of birth.
All right. Mr. Chirez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Let me tell you now, there's so many other charges they could have put on you now. Kidnapping, terroristic threat, criminal mischief. They could have filed a whole host of charges against you. You better be on your best behavior, sir, because if I find that you start acting a fool, I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to make your bond extremely high. Do you understand? Sir. No contact with the complaining witness in this case, no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, no going within 1,000 feet of where she lives or where she works. Any criminal history with this guy? Do we need to worry about how dangerous is he? Juvenile, Judge, but what kind of juvenile history?
He has theft of a firearm in 2022 out of Brazoria, credit card abuse out of 2022 in Brazoria, and a manufacturer and delivering controlled substance in 2023 out of Paris.
Lord. Is he on probation or parole right now?
No,
Your Honor.
but Your Honor, with regard to that there was a whole situation regarding that manufacturing thing that really wasn't what it would appear to be on black and white.
If I drug test you now, what's going to show up?
Just marijuana.
I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. And I'm going to tell you it stops now. You will be tested 35 days from today, maybe 40 days. If I find that you test positive again, into jail you go. Do you understand?
Sir.
Do you want anything further, like a kind of GPS? Well, GPS is, I was thinking, he's got, how old are you?
18.
18. So what is the fifth case already? Fifth case?
GPS is fine, yes.
It's gonna happen. I'm also giving you a curfew. I don't want you out in the middle of the night.
Yes, sir.
Are you working?
Yes, I do got a job.
You do?
I'm a helper at a service still warehouse.
Did you graduate from high school?
No, I'm in the working of getting a GED.
What does that mean? I'm working to get my GED.
Like I enrolled and started getting into classes.
I am now making that a condition of your bond as well.
Okay.
That you're to get your GED. And I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks. I want to see what you have done. You're already 18. You've got a whole host of charges. You're spiraling out of control, Mr. Chirez. And I'm going to tell you now, what you do now will affect you for the next 40 years of your life. If you don't, at a minimum, have a high school diploma, you will be just a complete loser, making 10 cents to every dollar that everybody else makes with at the minimum, a high school diploma. It stops today. Do you understand?
Sir.
A tree of threats. I love that. I want that for Christmas.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah, 10 p to 6 a.m.
Good for you, Neil. See, she dropped another bomb on us.
No, let's do the test first, and then we'll see what it is, and then he can. Yeah. So this is what we're gonna do.
Your Honor, real quick, I heard you say curfew at 10 p. He works from 3 to shifts 3 to 11.
Give me proof, and then we'll talk about it. and then I can modify your schedule, but I don't want you out in the middle of the night.
Yes, sir, I understand.
If you truly work till 11, I want to see a schedule that shows me that you do that. And then I want to know how far it takes for you to get to work,
Sir.
back home, and I'll do it for you.
Yes, sir, I understand.
I don't want you out 1 a.m, 2 a.m, smoking dope, consuming alcohol, any of that.
Sir.
You understand? And then depending on what your drug test shows, if it shows more than just marijuana, then we're going to craft more of it on you.
Yes, sir.
As it stands, though, you're to be back here in 2 weeks with
Good
proof
job,
of what you've done for your GED. You understand?
Sir.
Okay. Good luck, guys.
Right this way. All right, Judge, page 2, Ars, Hernandez.
Get your arse up here.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Renee. Who do you have?
Yes.
Okay, can you spit the gum out?
Hágase aquí, por favor, en el centro. Solo mire después.
Gum
Señor. O saque el chicle, señor. ¿Cómo va a llegar a un tribunal con Chirez?
No.
Luis, what was his name?
I'd say ARC.
Arce. Acérquese ahí.
Arce. Mr. Arce, you are charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Okay. On September 7th, 2024, officer was flagged down in reference to a failure to stop and give information at 5,000 block of South Highway 6 in Harris County, Texas. Officer made contact with the complaining witness. The complaining witness stated her vehicle was struck from behind, though she was unable to advise who struck her vehicle. Officer made contact with a witness. The witness stated the defendant was driving in and out of lanes, struck the complainant's vehicle, drove into a parking lot, and then returned to the roadway. Officer observed defendant's vehicle on the roadway next to the parking lot. Traffic, my apologies. Traffic stop was initiated. Defendant was returned to scene, and the witness identified defendant's vehicle. Defendant stated he was driving, and complainant suddenly stopped, causing the collision. Defendant stated he did not stop to provide information because the complainant did not stop either. Officer observed complainant's paint transfer on the front right of the defendant's vehicle. The damage was approximately $3,000 to the complainant's vehicle. The defendant was ID'd with his U.S. employment authorization card.
Mr. Arce, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case.
Mr. Arce.
Are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
With permission.
What type of permission do you have?
Parole.
Do you have a Texas driver license?
No.
Then you're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition of your bond.
Yes.
You will be
we all
signing an
know
affidavit
that,
with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what you have to do in this life. I don't care where you have to go. I don't care who has to go. A kid has to go to the school, hospital. You don't have a license and liability insurance. You are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? If I find that you drive, I'm going to put you in jail and you will be signing an affidavit. This is a promise that you're going to make to me today that you're not going to drive. If you drove here today, you cannot drive home. You understand?
Yes.
No driving. If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and then I can take this restriction off. But until that time, if I find you driving into jail, you'll go. And I don't know if your immigration paperwork is right, wrong, whatnot. If it's not, and immigration finds you in the jail, they will put a detainer in you. They sweep it every 4 hours. Do you understand?
Okay, yes.
Top of the morning to you, Shannon.
Renee, did he have insurance?
Judge, he did not.
No? All right, Mr. Arce, I'm going to have you come up here, sign this agreement with me. Hold on. After that, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. You must stay in touch with counsel. She will tell you when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, you're not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to tell you now, if you are a danger to my Harris County, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
See.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks. Good luck.
Checking to see if she has a hair tie on her wrist.
Pineda, you said?
Yes, yes, Judge. Ileana Pereira. No, you're good.
I have it under Pereira Morales.
Yes, that's it.
Is that right?
That's it.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Les puedo hablar?
Sí.
Ok,
I'm
hágase
sorry,
aquí en el
here
centro,
it
por
is.
favor.
Yes.
Solo
Ma'am.
mire el juez y le habla nada más en español. Acérquese, por favor, solo mírelo a él.
Ma'am, you
Bueno,
were
pues,
charged with
es una
driving
cosa
while
con manejo
intoxicated.
ebrio.
You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, ma'am.
On September 7th, 2024, officer observed the defendant's vehicle failed to maintain single lane by leaving on Interstate 69 in Harris County, Texas, almost striking the officer's vehicle and other cars. A traffic stop was initiated. Officer observed contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle. The officer observed a blank facial expression, moderate odor of alcoholic beverage, and the defendant stated she was coming from work and that she had not been drinking. Standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN was 6 out of 6. The walk-in turn was 4 out of 8. The one-leg stand was 3 out of 4. Defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The results were 0.131 and 0.132. The defendant vomited on herself while at JPC. Defendant was ID'd with her Texas driver's license.
Any prior DWS?
No, Your Honor.
Judge, she is a USC with a driver's license and insurance.
Okay. So she is a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Judge.
Ma'am, I am going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you, you've run your license to make sure that it's valid.
I'll run it right now, Judge.
Please. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand?
It's eligible.
You must stay in contact also with Marcos, and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells you that you're not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you signed a reset with
I did.
Victoria?
I'm not 100% sure if I'll get demonetized if we talk about drug use, not illegal drug use. Guys, drug use in chat. So just be careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll have you sign, we'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and then after that, you'll be free to go.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, you're welcome. Anytime.
Oh, wait, do you have a Spanish speaker? Okay, give me one more. Luis, wait, I have one more. Please. Ray.
Luis,
All right,
don't leave
page
us.
2, Alvarado, come on up.
Oh, that's not it, but. Ray here has Santana.
Oh, I didn't know he was on there.
Yeah, please.
You want to do race first or?
No, he's already here, but we'll do Ray's next. Ray,
Linus,
ready?
Fabi, Michael, hágase aquí, hermanito. Solo mira hacia adelante.
I'm here, Judge.
Okay,
Y le
we'll
contesta
hit you up next. Do you have a Spanish speaker? Okay, give me one more. Luis, wait, I have one more,
Here, Luis.
please. Ray.
All right, page 2,
Listen,
Alvarado,
listen.
come on up.
Oh, that's not it, but.
You are not
Ray here
next.
has Santana.
Oh, I
Ready?
didn't know he was on there.
Ready?
Yeah.
Listen.
Please.
You want to do race first or?
No, he's already here, but we'll do Ray's next. Ray,
Linus,
ready?
Fabi, Michael,
Hágase aquí, hermanito.
Lead us,
Solo mira hacia adelante.
I'm here, Judge.
Like,
Okay,
oh.
we'll hit you up next.
Por su abogado.
Okay, what was the name?
Ok, nomás queda más tiempo. ¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Got it.
Uy, Carlito.
Felipe Alvarado.
Solo mire, yo soy el intérprete, no soy abogado. Señor Alvarado.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated.
Solo miro
You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Acérquese ahí, hermanito, no se mueva.
On September 8th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to 5101 South Braeswood Boulevard in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a driving while intoxicated. The officer observed the defendant sleeping behind the wheel of the vehicle, stopped at a traffic light, and the vehicle was still running. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. Standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN was 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, and one leg stand was 1 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The results were 0.144 and 0.142. The defendant stated he was.
First off, none of my mods are accidents. None of you. CJ, you have been supporting this channel for a long time. So you are not an accident. And CRD, you are not the worst mod. You're awesome. You're amazing. We love you.
Hanging out at a local club, had 5 Modelo beers, drove home, and didn't remember falling asleep. The defendant was identified with his Mexico ID.
Mr. Alvarado, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Are you United States citizen?
No. No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sin permiso. Without permission.
What happens if you go
¿Qué
to
pasa
jail?
si usted va a una cárcel, señor?
What happens if you go to
¿Qué
jail?
pasa si usted va a una cárcel?
Tengo familia.
I have family.
I have family too.
Yo tengo familia también.
Tengo mi esposa con diabetes y mi madre con cáncer. Mi madre está en agonía.
¿Perdón?
Mi madre está agonizando.
I only lie to
My wife
fond
has
me.
diabetes. My mother has cancer, and she's agonizing right now from her ailment called
You
cancer.
go to jail.
Si usted va a una cárcel, hermano.
Immigration will find you there. They will put a detainer on you. You will be stuck in jail for about 6 to 9 months, waiting for immigration to do whatever they're going to do without the ability to bond out. And then they will probably just end up deporting you. That's what will happen to you if you go to jail next time. You got out of jail now because we gave you a free bond and you were able to get out before immigration put their claws on you. It's not going to happen again. We gave you a PR bond. You will not get another PR bond if you consume alcohol, if you drive in a car, or if you pick up a new case. I will revoke these bonds and I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to make them very high. And the time it takes for you to try to bond out, they're going to put a detainer on you. That's what you have waiting for you if you violate conditions I put on you now. I'm ordering you now not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. And I'm also ordering you not to drive at all. You do not have a Texas driver license, so no driving. You will be signing documents with me, promising me that you're not going to drive, consume alcohol, or illegal drugs.
¿Perdón?
Sí, correcto.
Yes, correct.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
No.
No.
Don't
Tranquilo,
drink.
hermano. No beba.
Do not get into a car and drive. Do you understand?
¿Entendió, señor? Sí, señor o no, señor.
Sí, sir. Yes, sir.
We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer.
Contrate su abogado.
So first, can I have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive? You will then get to Victoria to sign a reset. Eventually, you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. Be careful, Mr. Alvarado.
Alvarado.
You will not get another warning from us. This is the only warning you get. All
Okay?
right, good luck.
No le va a ir bien, nomás hágale caso.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Adam.
Santana. Carmela Santana. Okay, Yasha, we'll hit you up next. Manny, do you want to come back later when we're done with the arraignments? It's gonna be
Yes,
a
sir.
while.
You want me to give you like an hour?
He's checking in on the trial for Tuesday. Are you ready?
Trial on Tuesday?
Wade Riley.
Yeah, yes, Judge.
Okay. Are you announcing ready, Manny?
Yes, sir. We're just letting you guys know that we are also set for trial in court 15, but we are number 8 in court 15.
You're number 1 here.
Yeah, so that's what we're saying. Me and Sean would love to go in court 5. We're number 8 in court 15, so we don't want to move the date. We're not here for a continuance.
Okay. Well, you're up.
All right, sounds good, Judge.
Okay.
Yep. Bye.
Hey guys, guess who does never live stream? Guess who does never live stream? Court 15?
Wonderful. Wow, 2 weeks in a row.
May I be excused, Judge?
Yeah, Manny, thanks for coming.
Yes, sir. Bye.
She looks scared. What'd she do?
Buen día. ¿Qué tal? Me llamo Luisito.
Do you need the cause number for this one?
I have them already.
Okay.
This wonderful Court 5 staff provides them for me before I even approach. You guys are on point. Shatoria too. She's like, wait, you're missing one.
I know.
Look at them go.
Hey.
Shout out to
Carmela
Court
Santana.
5.
Santana?
Ms. Santana, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. I want you to know that you are not here alone. Your lawyer is here with you, but on Zoom.
La cámara que está ahí.
You're not able to see him, but he's here with us. Do you want to say hi, Ray?
Buenos días, Carmela.
Escúchala,
Judge,
you know
me and her had a
that-
very long conversation this morning.
In this case, you are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay.
On September 8th, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, officer was dispatched to a major crash at 1100 block of West Loop South. Upon arriving at the location, the officer observed a black Toyota RAV4 with major damage. The officer made contact with the defendant, who was standing outside the vehicle and self-admitted on being the only occupant and driver of the vehicle. The officer observed the defendant to have red, bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, unsteady balance, and the officer detained the defendant, placed her in the back of the patrol vehicle, and moved the
Did you hear that? He said, hi, Kathy, in between that. That was me.
accident off the freeway to a well-lit parking lot. The defendant stated she was coming from a seafood restaurant and was on her way home when the accident occurred. The defendant stated she had consumed only one small strawberry margarita and does not remember how the accident occurred. The officer performed standard field sobriety tests. HGN was 6 out of 6. Walk and turn was 6 out of 8. And one leg stand was 2 out of 4. The officer detained the defendant and transported her to JPC. Defendant was read BIC and consented to breath. The results were 0.195 and 0.202.
Ms. Santana, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Are you a United States citizen?
No, hable más fuerte.
Tengo permiso solamente.
I only have a permit.
She has a U visa, Judge.
Una visa U.
Is that a work visa? What is a U visa?
That's when you're a victim of a crime, Judge.
Got it. Ms. Santana, I don't know about your U visa. All I know is that if you go to jail, there will be problems with immigration for you. And it's very possible they put an immigration detainer on you. If that happens, you will go to jail. You will be stuck there until immigration does whatever they're going to do. And I'm gonna tell you now, they do nothing fast. So you sit in jail for months waiting for anything to happen. I'm putting conditions on your bond now. If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds.
Sí, entendí.
I'm ordering you now not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Texas?
Sí.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have liability insurance in your name?
No.
No.
You're not allowed to drive. Not until you have liability insurance and we see it and you give us the proof. You are not allowed to drive, and that is a condition of your bond. If you drove here, you cannot drive home. You do not have liability insurance. For now, I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. After that, I will get you to Victoria to sign a reset. Eventually, you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and then after that, you may go. You must stay in touch with Ray. He will tell you when you have court. If Ray tells me that you've gone and you're not remaining in communication with him, I will revoke your bond.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I should be there by 10:15. I'm gonna try and help her get on the insurance.
Okay,
Would that be okay if I show you? proof
absolutely,
today?
of course.
She did, okay, wonderful.
So you want me to just have her wait then for you?
Yes, please, Judge. That way I can get her signed up on the, it's pretty easy. You just go on there and add her as an additional
So,
driver.
would
Her
you
husband
mind
does have insurance.
letting her know that Ray's gonna come here in about an hour and a half? Hang tight and wait. We're gonna have you do all this stuff and then we'll have you just wait in the back for your lawyer, man. Do not leave.
November.
Thank you, Judge.
Wait, Ray,
Support her.
Yes, sir.
12th through the 14th.
November 12th through the 14th for a date.
The 14th, please.
Okay, cheers. All right, we'll see you later.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. I'll be there. Bye.
All right,
Judge, we have another Spanish speaker.
okay.
Page 17, Ruiz, come on up. Co-defendant on page 18, Vasquez, come on up.
Who is Ruben Ruiz? Wilfredo Vasquez Colea.
Okay.
Both of you gentlemen are charged with criminal trespass. On Mr. Vasquez, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Mr. Ruiz, your case is alleged that you had a deadly weapon. As a result, it kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Do both of you understand?
¿Los dos de ustedes entienden? Sí, señor o no, señor. Hablen en voz alta, por favor. Yes.
We're going to do probable cause. You both have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present to represent you in these cases. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you.
On September 6, 2024, officers on view multiple trespassers, prowlers at 1695 Glenmont Drive in Harris County, Texas. The officers observed defendant Ruiz and defendant Vasquez leaning against the front of the business. Officers had previously given multiple warnings to the defendant about trespassing and drinking alcohol in front of the business. The defendants were detained. The defendants were ID'd with name and date of birth.
Do you have prior warnings on both of them at the convenience store?
Yes, Your Honor. It's a grocery store, Your Honor.
So tell me about the deadly weapon on Mr. Ruiz's case. Okay, let me check it. It's charged as a Class A though.
On the information, it's not.
I gotta go to work soon, double.
Yeah, that's right. That's.
I don't know why they or why our system is like that, but it's.
Do you see that, Esme? It's weird, right?
Do you have
Okay.
the correct CIC codes? Because you can just amend the information.
It looks like the information's correct. It's how it's in the computer.
It may have been entered in the system So if she does a car, maybe they can correct it. in the
Got it.
system.
All right, so Mr. Ruiz, you're facing up to 6 months in jail. Sorry, not a year. All right, gentlemen, basically, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on both of your cases. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go back to the convenience store. Do you understand?
¿Entienden? Sí, señor o no, señor? Yes.
Tell me, are you guys United States citizens?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Eso sin permiso. Sin permiso. Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
Entonces, si usted va a una cárcel.
If you go to jail,
Si usted va a una cárcel.
immigration will find you. They will put a detainer on you. That's why if you want to be in this country without permission, you have to be on your best behavior. Because if not, if you go to jail, they will put a detainer. You will be stuck in custody until these cases are over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration, and then you're going to sit there for another 6 to 9 months. So don't violate any of these conditions. Do not pick up any new cases. Both of you understand.
¿Ustedes entienden? Sí. Yes,
Do
yes.
either of you work?
¿Alguno de ustedes trabaja?
Do you work?
No. No, I'm not working right now. No.
How do you support yourself?
Sí.
The Quilters Guild are in town, which is hundreds of elderly ladies that come in, all separate checks, all water, no beer, all extra ranch, all extra napkins, all extra lemon. Tips, jingle, jingle, they don't fold.
Que ¿Cómo se mantiene usted? Well, I had heart surgery. ¿Cómo obtiene ingresos, señor?
¿Cómo comes? You need money.
¿Cómo
How do
consigue?
you get money?
Well, there are days that I work and there's days that I don't.
Mr. Ruiz, tell me
Usted,
about
señor Ruiz,
yourself. Do
dígame
you-
usted.
No, yo me está dando la comida a mi hermano.
My sister gives me food.
She give you money as well?
¿Ella te da dinero también?
No,
No.
So how do you get money?
¿Cómo consigues dinero? Solo mira el juez, por favor. Mira el juez. ¿Cómo consigue dinero, hermano?
nomás pura comida.
Pero ¿cómo consigue dinero?
En vez me dan así cuando.
Okay.
Sí.
Just food, but sometimes I just receive. I'm giving it.
Both of them lawyers. I'm going to appoint both of you
Bueno,
lawyers
nombraron
today.
de oficio los dos de ustedes.
Do not pick up any new cases and behave yourselves, because I don't want to have to put you in jail.
No quiero ser.
I'm going to have you sign resets with Victoria over there. After that, we will have you just take seats in the jury box while we find you guys a lawyer.
I've been serving for a long time, and I noticed, okay, you know how as a child grows and then turns into an adult, blah, blah, blah. Around year 14, when you're 14 years old, that music right there is the pinnacle. Whatever was number one the year you were 14 is like your favorite jams for the rest of your life. You like the other music, but nothing as good as when you were 14 years old. And if you don't believe me, go and check the top 40s of the year you were 14 years old and just look. Well, it's the same way with tipping. So they go through as you go through your life, you actually hit a point where this is the most you're going to tip someone, $10, $2, $8, whatever. And that's like your norm. So they do leave me a lot of pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. And in their defense, that used to be a really good tip. What they leave used to be a really good tip. So they think that they're giving me a really good tip. But when their bill is $60 and they leave $2.50, that's not a good tip anymore. It's just not. But that's just how they are. And that's what when you're a server, you take that with the other end of the spectrum too, because younger people come in, they tip way more. So
So can you file no weapons, no going back to that location, please?
Yes,
Okay, thanks. All right, gentlemen, this way.
All right,
Okay, let's
Ruiz,
get that.
Ruiz is first. All right, Judge Page,
We're here.
6,
No weapons.
Figueroa, come on up. Ruiz?
I do that with my mom too.
Gotcha. What was the last name?
Figaro.
It's like stealing. If they don't
Good morning,
tip,
Mr.
they're
Figueroa.
stealing.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On September 8th, 2024, the officer was contacted by a witness who advised he observed the male sleeping in his truck at North Wayside Drive and East Freeway in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant's vehicle parked at the location with the engine running. The defendant was going in and out of consciousness in the driver's seat with the keys in the ignition. The officer observed a 12-ounce Modelo beer in center console, and the defendant admitted to drinking. The officer
Alcohol in the car while he's driving.
Yes, Your Honor. And the officer observed poor balance, slurred speech, glossy eyes. Standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, and one leg stand 3 out of 4. Defendant was read DIC and refused breath. Blood search warrant was obtained and executed. Defendant was identified with his Texas driver's license.
Can you practice the eyes?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Figueroa, I want you to understand that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect this city. If you don't believe me, ask Yasha. I put one of his clients in jail yesterday. And as unhappy as they were about it, I don't give a rat's behind. I don't care if I offend you, if I offend all of America because I don't coddle. You're so naughty. I don't care. You have alcohol in the car allegedly while driving. I am now taking away your privilege to drive.
I got a new thing on my bucket list, guys. I got a new thing on my bucket list. He doesn't care if he offends all of America. Is there something? Is there some one thing that can offend all of America? No, there's not. No, there's not. But I don't know.
You are not allowed to drive at all. Do you understand? You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. And if I find that you do, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time your happy ass gets into a car and drives. Do you understand?
Sure.
No man's touching my bags. No, who?
I hope that you would understand that it's elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car. And now you're going to pay a very dear price because I'm going to tell you, living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive really, really blows. And now, until I know that you absolutely appreciate the awesome privilege it is, because it's not a right, it's a privilege. If you drive, you'll be facing 6 months every time you drive. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using any kind of alcohol or dope, likewise, you will go to jail. I'm not going to give you any more PR bonds. So if you go to jail, you'll be stuck like Chuck in there until this thing is over with, unless you have someone to bond you out. You understand? Okay. Yasha, until I know that he absolutely appreciates it, and I want some kind of proactivity to know. So until that point, no driving. That's it. Okay. So
Whatever I can do.
you also need to understand that having alcohol in the car, it's a minimum of 5 days in jail to any sentence that you get. 5 days flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No 2 for 1, no 3 for 1, no credit. Do you understand? All right. Sign this affidavit. After that, we'll get you to Victoria to sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and we'll put you on your way.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
All right, Judge, page 20. Wilson, come on up.
Yes.
No just motion to sub today, huh?
Not today.
Wonderful. Good morning.
Good morning.
And who do we have here?
Marissa Wilson.
Good morning, Ms. Wilson. All right, Ms. Wilson, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, ma'am.
On September 7th, 2024, officers observed defendant's vehicle traveling 35 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone between 7400 and 8400 block of Katy Freeway in Harris County, Texas. Officers observed defendant also almost hit an 18-wheeler traveling to the defendant's right, and the defendant almost swerved into another passing vehicle. Officers observed the defendant's registration to be expired as of November 2020, and a traffic stop was initiated. Defendant came inches from hitting the freeway wall while exiting, and the officers made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. Officers observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, and slurred speech. Defendant stated she was going home and had 5 alcohol.
I don't know what happened, guys. It's still playing. I'm on YouTube.
And was 4 out of 4. The defendant read the DIC and refused breath. Officers located a half-empty 750 milliliter Jägermeister in the defendant's vehicle. A blood search warrant was obtained and executed. The defendant was identified by her Texas driver's license.
Did you say initially, did I hear you that you said she had a suspended license?
She had a registration expiration.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where was the Jägermeister? Was it within reach that, so she's drinking while she's driving?
I'll check, Your Honor. Let me read the OR.
Yeah, take your time. While he's doing that, Miss Wilson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using anything, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds, ma'am. You have a valid Texas driver license. You're not allowed to drive. And I want you to understand that I don't think anything makes me more upset than we have people driving like boneheads out there without a driver's license. And I'm going to tell you now, if I find that you drive, I will bring the wrath so hard that I'm going to sprout horns in the tail. That's how upset I'm going to be.
The OR just says inside the defendant's vehicle was a half-empty bottle of Jägermeister. Doesn't say where specifically.
Okay. Miss Wilson, you will be signing an affidavit with me today. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if there's an emergency. There's nothing you can tell me that you can justify getting into a car and driving whatsoever. If you want a license or if you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and then we can talk. But until that point, don't do it. I don't care how tempted you are. Let me ask you this. I asked you if you have a Texas driver license. Do you have a driver's license from anywhere else? Okay, then that's what all right. I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. After that, I'll get you to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset. You'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and then after that, you're free to go. No drinking. Don't drive. Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys, one more time. Before we go, one more time, I got my public service announcement today. If you just logged in and you missed the beginning, this is Judge Fleischer's Facebook. So don't ask for the YouTube link. You can comment on YouTube. It's called Finding Justice with Judge Fleischer. But go to there, go to this one. Because this is his Facebook page, And the last time he posted was in 2022. However, that can't be right. However, okay, so people are still commenting on this post, and there's 139 comments right now. So go to this page in Facebook and then click this little 139 comments. It's going to be a different number when you get there, probably. Just click that. It will only take a second. You could do it right now. And then right here, if you want to read the posts, I don't suggest it. They're horrible. But if you want to, because I mean, we do watch court videos, so that's pretty much our thing. Click most relevant and turn it to all. That way we can see all of the posts. And he has some good posts. There's Victoria. Thank you for your service. And then he has some bad posts and a lot of bad posts. They're just really horrible. Kudos to you. Hey, he answered. He answered these posts, by the way, and that was 19 weeks ago, but he looks at it. Bad post, bad post, bad post, bad post, bad post, good post, bad post, bad post, bad post. Let me see you outside. You're a clown. There's some of them I can't even read on here because I'll get demonetized. Then there's this crazy person in here, Salone Kelly. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna do something. This is still more of this crazy person. Just leave a message real quick about how good of a judge he is, or if you like him in any way, shape, or form, leave him a good message because he's been getting a lot of bad messages from the criminals that you know that didn't get out for free or whatever. They had to pay for their crimes. Um, let's just flood him, and it looks like we are. Flood him with good comments. It takes a lot of good comments to get past one bad comment. I know that. Yeah, complain, Michael. He's too fair. So, yeah, if you have a second, if you have one spare second in your life, just click the link real quick. Post a few words, gushing words. Mushy, mushy. I love you, Judge. Make him blush. So, yeah, do that. Now let's let's do something real quick. I can't help myself. I can't. And I'm doing this in the stream. Let's go. Let's go see this guy. Oh, there's a video. Should I play it? If it swears, it could. He could. Not a video. Let's just look. Oh, dear Lord. I'm not pressing that Seymour. No one can make me. That was it. That was the 12th. Oh man. Oh, it's a girl. I I am not pressing play. I am not. Federal Federal Bureau of Investigation. ABC News. Senator Tuberville. Oh, is he mad at another judge? I don't know who he is. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, all right. Enough. Enough. That's how I find courtrooms, by the way. I just go, what if I go here? What if I go here? Um, I'm just looking at Facebook. No. All I did was look at Facebook. There's nothing wrong with looking at Facebook. That's like legal. 100% legal. I'm going back to her when I leave you guys. I'm gonna go watch some of her videos, and then I'm gonna go see if I can find some of her court cases. I'm gonna look her up. I'm gonna see if she has any cases coming up in Harris County. I'm gonna find the judge that has her. Yelp. Does he have a Yelp? That would be hilarious. Yeah. It's public. Look, I didn't do anything. I just clicked a button on Facebook. I didn't break in anything. I didn't fake a password. I didn't. So I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna find see if that person has a court case. I am. All right. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm excited to see what happens next in the per se case. I think we're just gonna do. Oh, I think what we're gonna do tomorrow, since it's Saturday right now. Judge Fleischer's not on. So what we'll do tomorrow is we'll do courts aren't open today. I'm gonna do 1 hour of the stalking case, and then 1 hour of Fleischer from Thursday. Guys, thank you so much. Now, it would not have been half as funny without you. I was crying when I saw it, but your chats about his 15 kids, oh my gosh, made it so worth it. What is a Jasmine clip from Thursday, Fozzie? I don't know what a Jasmine clip from Thursday is, but I'm going to play Thursday tomorrow so you can help me find it. We'll just look together. We'll all look together for a Jasmine clip. Must have been when I was asleep. It's because I'm doing the Kelly trial, which is a couple hours, and then my stream is a couple hours, but it takes a couple hours to find content, and I work, and I have to do mommy things like laundry and dishes and dinner and buying groceries and da 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 da. So I've been just skipping sleep, and every once in a while I just sleep, and I can't help it. Me too. That clip of 15 kids was awesome. Oh. CRD, May, thank you so much for coming out. It was so good to see you guys again. It really was. Oh man, Tokyo. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you, Fozzie. Bye, CJ. Love you back. Everybody be good. And because I want to see you all tomorrow. Not on YouTube either. Although if you're on YouTube, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna put you on. Maybe. All right, guys. Bye.
Got these lights that close digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late at night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Freedom tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Her eyes mirror sky so blue. In her jokes there's a truth so true. With extreme she brings the light turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom, eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp, in a way there's no alarm. Streaming tales late into the night, her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom, eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp, in a way there's no alarm.